watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories for you. And we start with another example of UT students having a tough time finding somewhere to live. Some who moved to the Fort Sanders neighborhood not that long ago are now having to pick up and, well, move once again. As a matter of fact, some residents at an apartment complex named Society 865 telling us they have been displaced due to water damage suffered after the deep freeze we saw here in December. Those students moving from hotel to hotel, not knowing what to do, and now getting word that they may have to move again.
Pretty much we're homeless, and they were promising us these accommodations that they just didn't give. And so finally, after my mom called like 1,500 times, they were like, okay, here's the confirmation.
We were placed at one hotel, and then shortly after, I think like 3 days later, they told us that our reservation was no longer there at that hotel, and then we had to move. So we've moved twice now.
I've already been very, very on the edge of making some noise about this because of their lack of urgency. They were told back during Christmas break it would be done in 2 weeks. And here we are, it's March.
Few of the students have been able to move back into their original apartments, but others tell us they have no plan on where to go next. Society 865 told us today that the issue has been resolved as of now. The hotel told us it did not want to comment. Our next big story for you tonight, talking to the attorney planning to sue over the death of a woman in police custody. The district attorney said charges would not be filed and that the officers involved would not be charged. They still face, though, a KPD internal investigation. Attorney Devin Jacob has represented families in cases like George Floyd and Pamela Turner. Jacob says he was terrified watching the police body cam footage, and he continues to gather information on this case. Currently, Jacob says they are in the process of getting a representative for Edwards' estate appointed. Once that is complete, a formal complaint will then be filed. Now, we're still following the investigations into what happened to Lisa Edwards early in February. Her encounter with Knoxville Police documented in some of this body camera video.
Anyone with any common sense could tell that something was going wrong with Miss Edwards at the time and that she needed medical attention. But there's definitely a few things that are called into question here. And it's my belief that the hospital is directly liable along with the police department. It may take a few weeks to get there, but we'll get there. We'll get those facts. And then we'll be able to request the medical records. We'll be able to put together a proper complaint, lawsuit, and proceed forward at that point.
Community members have organized protests over Edwards' death. Several people came forward during the Knoxville City Council meeting last night to share their concerns. Edwards' brother, Brad Cox, says he'll continue to publicly demonstrate until he sees justice. We have a timeline leading up to Lisa's death on our website, WAT.com. We will continue to follow this case for you and, of course, keep you up to date as well. An escaped inmate from Alabama has been found and arrested at a South Knoxville Chick-fil-A. The Knox County Sheriff's Office tell us that Adam Bolin was arrested yesterday. Deputies had gotten a tip from sheriff's deputies in Lawrence County, Alabama. That's right on the Tennessee state line. Our sister station down there is reporting that Bolin had been on the run from the Lawrence County jail since last Saturday, reportedly using a mat to climb over razor wire, crossing a jail fence in a blind spot. We're told a KCSO sergeant on patrol spotted Bolin driving an SUV pulling into the restaurant along with girlfriend Crystal Sobolak. Both were arrested. According to Knox County, Sobolak reportedly told investigators she picked up Bolin in Alabama after the escape and then brought him here. Efforts are underway to send them both back to face charges. New scrutiny and a new delay. The next story in our Big 7 at 7 list focusing on fallout from the death of Tyree Nichols. The Department of Justice announcing a review of the policies and practices of the Memphis Police Department in response to Nichols' beating back in January. In a press release, the DOJ revealed its plan to examine MPD's specialized units, training, use of force, and de-escalation at the request of the Memphis Police Chief, along with the city's Mayor, Jim Strickland. Meanwhile, we expected the city of Memphis to release more video and audio recordings from the night of Tyree Nichols' beating, but now a legal challenge appears to be throwing all that into jeopardy.
And you'll see, I think, an explanation of why the other officers who were not involved in beating Mr. Nichols, why they were punished. You'll see some post interactions with other people that kind of explain why they were punished.
In all, the city of Memphis has fired 7 police officers and 3 fire department employees. 4 others were suspended. 5 of those officers charged with murder in connection to Tyree Nichols' death. All of them have pleaded not guilty at this time. Our next Big 7 story for you tonight, hearing from a sheriff's deputy involved in a chase. It stretched from Blount County to Jefferson County, ending in flames. It happened Saturday after reports of a white Dodge Ram being stolen. The pursuit ended in Sevier County when the truck caught fire, with officers taking the driver and passenger into custody. Patrol Sergeant Eddie Freeman with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office sustained minor injuries when the driver of the Dodge Ram hit the back of his patrol car.
I ingest smoke, and then they just wanted to check me out, make sure everything, my oxygen levels were low on scene. So, you know, protocol, go ahead, go get checked out, make sure everything's good. I did take off the next day and the following 2 days, and today's my first day back since that happened.
Tonight at 11 o'clock, 6 on Your Side's Ella Wales will have more from Sergeant Freeman on the incident and how officers decide whether or not to pursue a suspect out on the road. Our next Big 7 story, tree houses for fantasy-themed resort Ancient Lore Village. You know, we're getting a look at the designs from paperwork filed with Knox County Planning, asking for the go-ahead to build them. The round structures appear to sit on pillars with porches around them, coming in both single and family-size units. Also from that request document, we're learning Ancient Lore Village only built 7 of the 9 units for which it had been approved before. This change would up that number now to 14, matching the site's approved use as a rural retreat. Planning staff are recommending approval. They house only event guests, not the general public, and with limits on lights to keep from bothering neighbors. The document shows that's been a concern. Now, we follow the development of Ancient Lore Village. The proposal is on the agenda for tomorrow's Planning Commission meeting. We'll let you know what happens. And we wrap up our Big 7 story list for you, getting ready for spring break. Doesn't feel like it outside, but it's almost here. Knox County and some other local school systems start spring break next week. And really, people from around the U.S. will be flooding into attractions around Sevier County. According to the Sevierville Chamber of Commerce, businesses in Sevierville had over $2 billion in retail sales combined this past year. Spring break and the travel associated with that had a huge impact on those final numbers. They say the easy access to Sevier County from all over the country, along with the many attractions the area has to offer, is what draws people to the area.
Sevierville and Sevier County is great for spring break because we're so accessible. We're within a day's drive of over half the nation's population. There's plenty to do, so you know, if you come in with your family, you're not going to have some people that are bored and some people that are all excited, because there's just such a variety of activities.
So how do you navigate that area in the weeks ahead? The Chamber suggests planning ahead, where to stay and what to do and how to get from one destination to the next, keeping traffic in mind. Also consider arriving Sunday or Monday when other visitors leave, and then leaving Thursday and Friday when more people are likely to be rolling in.